Virginia. On the win, certainly I thought we would play better. We prepared for physicality, but just did not haven't prepared well enough, obviously. But I was proud of our guys. We talked in the huddle throughout about we were going to get back in this game. We were going to chip away, and that's what we did. We got it to 2, but didn't finish it off as far. So, certainly the rebounding stands out. Those numbers, certainly a lot of factors early in the game that caused the situation, obvious ones, but we got to play better. We got to play better against physical teams. We got to take teams against aggressive teams. Certainly the most physical, aggressive team we've played this year, and they won that battle. So, congratulations to them. We've got to respond and come back. We got a quick one going here Saturday against Kansas, and we'll head there tonight. So, congratulations to West Virginia on the win.
Coach, you guys came from so far down. Is it hard? Do you get tired?
I don't think we get tired. I mean, it's just the things they kept getting to the free throw line. Eventually, that's going to get to you. That was it. But the same things that happened earlier were the same things that happened late as far as the rebound, second shots. They buried us in the post. Did a good job of that, and came up with second shot opportunities, which we didn't get. The rebound numbers is hard to fathom. 31-18. So I just think that just kind of got to us. So their 14 offensive rebounds to our 4 were hard to handle. Again, we had and then we're a low turnover team, and then we go for 19. So I think we're best in the league as far as turnovers. And we had 19, and I don't know how many charges we had that were called, but we must have set a record, I think, on a low turnover team.
Battle of Lampkin and Bell in the post. How did you?
Our guy fouled out. Theirs didn't. We obviously but he's a good player. They're good. They're both good players, and we like to play in numbers, and we think we have 3, sometimes 4 guys that can play that spot, but we just didn't get the production that we needed out of that.
Any last question for Coach?
Jamie, when they defended ball screens tonight, just kind of jumping out and trapping it.
Yeah, we've seen that all year long. I mean, we've usually been better against it. I'm a little surprised that we didn't handle it better. There was so that was something. We went to less ball screens in the second half. But they were very aggressive. They were very physical in ball screens. I mean, that's simply put. And I thought we've normally handled those better. We got some offensive fouls on that, and so those are game changing.
Coach, when you obviously look at what West Virginia had, the way they had played over their first 5 Big 12 games, they didn't make free throw. I'm sure there's a lot of stuff you saw on tape. Was that almost like you kind of take that as fool's gold? Almost to a point.
Well, I mean, it wasn't like we knew what the record was, but I mean, we also knew that their net is, how high it is, and I don't think anything was, in our minds, anything was. I think what you're referring to was based on was looking at their record. We knew what their net, I think, was, and their Ken Palm were all high. So no, I don't think anything you're referring to was a factor. We knew how good they were. We knew how physical they were going to play, and they were even more physical than that. So they came out as we expected. Probably took it up a notch as the game went on.
Jamie, third of the way through the conference portion of the schedule, is this league what you envisioned it would be?
Yeah, I mean, there's no I said at the start of it, it's just there's no bad team. I mean, it's obviously the best. I've been saying how good it is for years since I got in here, but it seems to get better every year. And I think the biggest difference for this year is probably there is no a bad team. I don't think we've ever had a situation where there is. I don't know how you pick anybody last in this league and going into the preseason and into the conference. So I think I said that a couple times to people that I don't know how you could pick anybody based on what we did in the non-conference and everybody being where they're at. So. That's it. Do we have a team maybe as good as some of the teams that won the national championship? I'm not sure yet, but top to bottom, it's clearly even better than it's been. So, that's what it's going to be.
It was, as far as West Virginia dealing with your guys' transition game? Was it just a matter of their rebounding or their physicality, or?
Just it was a different game. This wasn't a basketball game. This was a different game than. But it was what we expected. You know, it's what we expected. We didn't handle transition. I think we didn't convert one, and you just look at the rebounds. You know, I don't think that we forced the turnovers. Like I said earlier, dead ball turnovers. There was more that made the game different. We didn't get the live ball turnovers, and certainly the rebounding numbers take away from that situation. Free throws. It was a very physical game. I mean, look at the free throw numbers, and you could have called 5 more in each play. I mean, it's what it was. We knew it would be that way. But like I said, I think they stepped it up as the game went on with the physicality. So, when you got that many, the stats is a unique stat sheet if you look at it. I mean, that many free throws, that many turnovers, that many offensive fouls. I mean, this is a different game.
Okay, thanks, Coach.